right? The stages of deprogramming, that it's like a curve. And notice how it's a downward curve and not an upward curve. It's not like a phallus upward, it is downward like a vulva. So this is our emotional cycle. Anybody's emotional cycle, male, female, any other gender, right? And this is also akin to what? Another thing. This is also akin to our menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle as a focus, and generally the cycle of our vagina in general. So every woman, every month almost goes through this particular cycle of emotions, of shock, of numbness, of denial, of anger, of fear, of feeling lonely. I wish there was somebody to help me, somewhere to support me. And then from there, they rejuvenate also. For those who do not get stuck in this or this cycle, that know that if the potential of this is there, then the potential of the other side is also here as well. That of new relationship, new strength, new pattern, hope. But now I want you to see this shape. Now I want to show you that how this shape also exists within us. This is our pelvic area. This is where our womb resides. This is where our uterus resides. Do you see this shape? Does this shape look similar to this shape? Put it in the comment section. Do they look similar? Yes. Right, exactly. So the other thing which we do with our pelvic area is that we sit on it. What else do we sit on? We sit on a seat, we sit on a throne, right? I also want to let you all know that the seats that you are sitting on are very important. So don't just randomly sit on anything. That affects our pelvic shape. That affects what's happening inside our uterus, because our uterus takes that shape. And before I go there, I also want you all to know, a lot of you women have already given birth. Actual size of a uterus is actually that of an apricot. It's only as big as an apricot. Itna sa hota hai. But when it has potential, when it has life, it expands to 20 times its size. So if currently you are feeling that your potential is limited, just as I showed you the picture of the snake coiled around you, you also have the potential of, if you're feeling my potential is 1, no. Maybe currently it is the size of apricot, your potential. But you also have the potential of expanding it 20 times, which is why the women are called flexible. It is just that flexibility is turned against us, that you must sacrifice because you can, you must do this because you can. No, it is your choice to be flexible in the situations that you want to be flexible in, because that is an internal promise that we all have, right? So is that clear? The cup that you just saw, this cup, I once heard a story that in a restaurant once there was somebody carrying a coffee cup. Somebody bumped into them and the cup spilled. Now, can anybody type in the comment section what came out of the cup? Coffee came out of the cup. Why? Because coffee was inside the cup. If it was the elixir, then the elixir would have come out. So therefore, what I want to remind you all is that we store all of these emotions in our internal cup, in our womb. And if we are not able to express it, or if we don't have a practice of releasing them through our throat, this cup starts filling up. So if you are more into fear, and this is where you're stuck because you haven't expressed it, because you haven't made it vocal through practices, your cup is filled with fear. So therefore, if anything will trigger you, the first thing which will come out of you will be the fear. Similarly, if it is anger and you haven't expressed it, because ghar ki shanti honi chahiye, or there are 10 other people you need to take care of, you cannot emote your anger, then your cup is filled with anger. So therefore, if anybody will trigger you, or when the anger will fulfill, when your cup will be filled, anger will come out. So which is why around your menstrual cycle, when you are shedding, the emotion that is coming out of you, be very mindful of it, because that is what your cup has been filled with, and that emotion is coming out. So let it come out, right? If it is shock, you will feel more of shock. If it is numbness, you will feel more of numbness. And there are certain people I know who have worked upon their womb healing, And they have also now started to see that when they are actually in their periods, they don't feel the pain. They in fact feel more strength. They might still require rest because the body is under, it's shedding, but still what is inside the cup is coming out. And that is how powerful your menstrual cycles are. It's just weird that how we have been made to feel aloof and alone and ashamed of our period stains, wherein what is coming out is that we are shedding. We have the ability to shed.